Ripple has been dropping some major announcements over the past few days, and if you hold XRP, these are the things that you will definitely want to know. I'm going to break down the big Ripple update, some surprising moves from Gemini, and a new development with stablecoins that could shape the entire market. First up, Ripple just announced that they are founding member of TRM Labs Beacon Network. Now, if you haven't heard of this, it's essentially a real-time system designed to track and stop crypto crime before funds ever leave the blockchain. Think about how many times we've seen people lose their wallets, get hacked, or see funds vanish through DeFi exploits. Usually, once the funds are moved and swapped around, they're gone. And Beacon is meant to change that. It gives exchanges, issuers, and even law enforcement the tools to flag, trace, and even freeze suspicious flows instantly. And Ripple isn't doing this alone. The network already has some serious names attached: big exchanges, infrastructure players, and even traditional financial institutions. So this isn't a side project. It's infrastructure that could actually become essential as crypto matures. The bigger point here is Ripple is positioning itself at the center of compliance and security. And whether you love regulation or hate it, we all know, for crypto to scale globally, governments and institutions, they are going to demand safeguards like this one. And Ripple clearly wants to be at the front of that conversation. Now, why should XRP holders care? Because every time Ripple embeds itself deeper into global finance, whether through payments, stablecoins, or compliance frameworks, XRP as the underlying settlement asset gains legitimacy. The Beacon network isn't just about stopping crime, it's about showing regulators, banks, and governments that blockchain can be trusted. And XRP is right in the middle of that effort. So now let's pivot to something that honestly shocked me: Gemini. If you've been around the space a while, you know the Winklevoss twins weren't exactly XRP's biggest fans. For years, they barely even acknowledged it. But recently, that changed a lot. Gemini has been running giveaways, cashback rewards, and now cryptic teasers that spell out XRP. And their latest post basically hinted at a new XRP rewards program. And this isn't coming out of nowhere. Last year, after XRP won a huge legal victory against the SEC, Gemini finally listed the token. So why the change of heart? It's simple. Exchanges are realizing that ignoring XRP means ignoring a massive community and also a real use case in payments. And as competitors like Uphold continue to run promotions tied to XRP, Gemini doesn't want to be left behind. And the interesting part is this: Gemini is also preparing for an IPO. And who just backed them with a loan? Ripple. That's right, Ripple gave them funding in Bitcoin to help with their expansion. And when you connect those dots, Gemini suddenly hyping XRP doesn't feel random at all. Speaking of IPOs, here's another headline that got less attention but could be massive. Ripple helped settle proceeds from an IPO in ROUSD, a stablecoin that is issued on the XRP Ledger. This is historic, because it's the first time in the US that proceeds from a public listing were settled on a chain in stablecoins. That's a big step toward merging traditional finance with blockchain rails. Let me break down why this matters. Stablecoins are no longer just a crypto side product. They're actually becoming a settlement layer for serious money. And when banks, exchanges, or even IPOs choose to use them, it creates demand for the blockchains that host them. And in this case, it's the XRP Ledger. That's not speculation, it's already happening. ROUSD, along with other tokens like euro-backed stablecoins, are growing very fast, and if adoption scales, XRP Ledger becomes one of the go-to platforms for real financial settlement. So put this all together. First, Ripple joins TRM's Beacon Network, making itself a leader in compliance and security. Secondly, Gemini goes from ignoring XRP to teasing major initiatives around it right as Ripple helps fund their IPO journey. And thirdly, stablecoins on the XRP Ledger just got their first big use case in a US IPO. So I can definitely say that these aren't random headlines, they are signs of a pattern. Ripple is stitching XRP deeper and deeper into the financial system, whether it's through a regulation, exchanges, or settlement technology. The net effect is the same. We can see that it makes XRP harder to ignore. Now, here's my takeaway from all this. We're watching the lines between crypto and traditional finance blur faster than ever, and Ripple is clearly positioning XRP to benefit. The question is, do you think the market is fully pricing this in yet? Personally, I don't think so. The community sees it, but the mainstream hasn't caught on yet. So there's where the opportunity lies. And if you want to see how I'm personally trading this, the link to my BITUNIX accounts is in the description, and that's where you can actually follow every entry and exit I make in real time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because if this momentum continues, XRP could actually be heading into its most important phase yet. Much love, and I will see you in the next one.